Hi, I'm Robert Clayton. Thanks for watching. This is part 8 in how to build a blog in Rails. The previous video we did how to delete an article. So we now have the full create, read, update and delete. And now we're going to go on and we're going to build some comments for those articles we're writing. Okay, so we now have our articles. Time to make some comments. So to do this, let's go to Atom. We're going to need a new model to separate our comments from our articles. So we go back to our terminal and we're going to generate one. So bin Rails, G for generate, model comment. Now we want this comment to have some properties. First we want to know who is commenting. So we want a commenter and we want the text, we want the body of the comment. And there's a third thing we want. We want the comment to link to an article. So we actually want the comment to belong to an article. So first we're going to start off, we're going to do commenter, which is going to be a string. We want the body, and that can be a text, so we don't want the body to have a character limit. And lastly, we need article, and we want article as a reference, or the comment references article, references from article, so it'll belong to it. And there we go. So hit enter, and there we go. It's made for us. And let's go over to Atom here. Now you can see it's made a test file for us. We won't worry about that for the time being. If you go into DB for database, it's made a migration file. So it's got ready for us to send it to the database to create new files, which is very nice of it. And as you can see, it's made the commenter, it's made the body, and we've got a timestamp in there, and reference. So it references article. Just minimize that for a bit, and then we've got the main thing, the model. Comment model, and as we can see, it belongs to article. Very important. Okay, so as it's made the DB migrate file for us here, we can see in the schema, which is a sort of a rundown of the database as it currently stands. Active record, because that comes as standard for Rails, but you could switch it out to Postgres if you wish, but we'll just leave it as active record for the time being. And here you can see it as it stands for the time being. So we're going to migrate this migration over. So back to the terminal, bin /Rails and DB for database, migrate. Hit enter. And there we go. As you can see, the schema has now updated itself. So we now have comments. Wonderful. Now this is a one-to-many relationship, as in one article can have many comments, and many comments can belong to one article. So we now need to do the counterpart to this. So we know that comment belongs to article, but we need article to know that it has many comments. So article has many comments, and comment belongs to article. Great. Let's give that a save. Now let's go to our config and our roots, config roots. Just close that up so you can see it. Config roots, we're in here. Now we have the resource articles at the moment, but we also want our comments to also have the resources too. We want it to have the same CRUD resources available to it. So as it's a nested resource, as in it belongs to article, we're going to put it inside resources. So let's just turn this into a block like that. and we're going to tuck inside it resources comments, just like that. So now what we actually need in order to make use of these and not just have a model and actually get it to appear on the page, we need a controller. So back over to terminal, I'm going to go bin /rails G for generate, and we want to generate a controller called comments with a capital C, comments. Let's get that. Okay, so we have our controller, we have our model, a controller, we have our model. So let's go to views because we want this to appear on the page, but we don't need it to have its own page. We want it to appear on show, because when you want to click on an article, you want to see the comments below that article. Okay, so we're going to put it below the article itself and above the links. I think that seems to make sense. And as we may have many comments, we're going to need a form to render them for us. So, okay, let's open the Ruby tags. And we're going to do a form. Do a form with the model. And yeah, we're going to do it inside an array. And we're going to do article. So this will do a sort of, the RESTful route will be sort of article/1, so article1/comments if you like. So article and article again, dot comments dot build. Now we can do this dot comments here because of the belongs to that we just threw in. So it knows it has comments available to it. So via us putting the has many here, and it can interact between the two from the belongs to and the has many, which enables us to do what we're doing in show here, where you can just call article.comment, which makes life quite nice. Local true, and then open up the block, do, and let's call it a form. Close the Ruby tags, and let's close that form as well. Okay, save that. Right, when we're inside this form, we want to, as we've done in other forms, so let's just have a quick look. Yeah, down here. It's the same thing. It's the form label text submit. So let's just copy that, take that to our show, and just bump that across one. Cool. So we want form.label, not title, because we didn't call it title. Let's just have a quick look at our schema, see what we called it. Commenter and body. So this is commenter and body. Just like that. Okay. Lovely, let's give that a save. Now if we try and bring this on the page, if we run the server, it's not going to work because we don't have a action for it yet. When you submit it, it can't go to create because we don't have it yet in our controller. So let's go over here, give it a refresh. Of course, if you show it, it's going to throw an error. Yes, unknown action create. So back to Atom, and let's close our database, just close our views for a second. Controller, comments, controller. Okay, so in here we now want to do a new method, call it create. Let's close that. And so what do we want to do in here? Well, as it belongs to an article, we need to find out which article we're inside. So we know how to do this. Article equals article dot find, and find it via the params. And this is where we differ very slightly. We need to do article ID, not just ID, because it's not the ID of the current controller we're in. And then once we have found that out, we want to define a new comment, and then we're going to use that article that we've just found, and we want to do comments dot create. Wonderful. So that's almost looping back into itself. And then we want some strong parameters, just like we had in the articles controller down the bottom here, and article parameters. So let's copy them. It's private and drop it in there. We want comment. Comment params. That's once again, that's comment. And we don't want title, we want commenter and body. Just like that. To match what we've just generated. And then once we're done, we want to redirect. And where do we want to redirect to? Let's go over to our terminal. Let's have a look at our bin Rails routes. Okay, so we want to go to the current article, which we just left the comment on. So we want to redirect to article. And that's going to be article path. And we want to pass in the article which we have just found. Found it here. Wonderful. Let's give that a save. And now we actually want to show them on the page, or show the comments we just created. So let's go back to our show, and I guess it makes sense to show them above the form to create new ones. So okay, let's copy this. And actually, let's give this a little tidy up. This is quite messy. Let's change that to a strong, because strongs are nicer than H3s. Let's move those inside paragraphs. That means we can change those breakpoints to the end, like that. Okay. So let's have comments. H2s are big. Let's change to H3. And let's just... So for these comments, we obviously might have more than one comment. So we're going to need to loop around all of our comments. So let's open up our Ruby tags. And we want to go at article dot comments dot each. Open up our loop, and we're going to call it comment. And let's close the tags. Let's add an end before we forget it. And just like that. Let's just copy this from the top. Bump that over, and not title, we want commenter, and we want body, and we just want comment dot commenter, and comment dot body. Okay, let's give this a go. bin/rails s. Okay, to show, we have our boxes. So commenter is Rob. I like this one. Create comment. Okay, undefined local method for params. Okay, this is in the comments controller. Params. Give that a refresh. Okay, Rob, I like this one. And Bob, no, not sure. Not sure. Okay, wonderful. And we go back. It should just be on that first one. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. So we are now able to add comments to our articles. Next video we will get on to refactoring some of it, and then we'll get on to deleting comments.